having your eye on the prize, and whatever your why is, your purpose, your motivation, that's what's going to get you, to reach your goals.
Welcome to another edition of the QuickByte Crew. Today we are starting a new series called Remarkable, and we are featuring none other than some remarkable people that are doing incredible things personally and professionally, and we're spotlighting best practices and insights and winning mindsets, things that we can all learn from and relate to, and hopefully inspire folks to try something new or try to do things that are greater than what you're doing today. And so I believe that this is going to be a powerful series. We're going to kick it off with none other than Miss Gina Solomon, who is a top performing President's Club winning Rookie of the Year. She's crushing it in the technology field as a sales executive. She's a rising star in her industry, and she brings a lot of inspiration, I think, to young women who may be thinking about, is the technology industry for me? And I think when you hear Gina's story, you're going to find it very inspirational and encouraging that there is absolutely a place for women in technology. So with that, I am going to say hello to Gina Solomon and welcome in the QuickByte crew who's joined us today, Mr. Farthing, Joel, and Brian. Appreciate y'all making time today. So Gina, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you guys? Thanks for having me.
Hey, we are excited that you are with us today. So Gina, just tell us a little bit about where you're from and how did you end up in the technology industry?
So I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I really just jumped right into sales, outside sales right out of college. So this is my first, outside sales job, no prior sales experience. So.
Wow. This is your first sales job?
First sales job.
Okay, so your first sales job working for a major Fortune company, technology industry executive, and you come right out of the gate and win one of the top coveted awards, which it's the top coveted award, the President's Club Award, in your first year. So how long have you been in the company now?
So this is going to be my second year now. So my first qualifying year was when I won President's Club, and now I'm in year 2.
That is phenomenal. So Gina, obviously you have a knack for sales and ability to serve and help customers and clients succeed. What would you say is kind of some of the fundamental habits that you have? Take me through your day. What does a top performing President's Club Rookie of the Year do?
I wake up. I normally go on a run to clear my head. I always have my plan the day before, or I try to. That way I'm not wasting my day away.
What is it that inspires you to work hard? Because you obviously have to work hard to be a President's Club winner.
There are many things that, do inspire me. I would have to say, like I said, with no outside sales experience, jumping right into, outside sales is a bit crazy. But I really do feel like, what inspires me most is, my overall journey. Looking back on where I first started to where I am now, and I've learned so much. I'm excited.
Sure. What did you have someone mentor you, or how did you learn the ropes getting into the world of sales?
So I think it is very important to have a good mentor, and a good coach. Fortunately, I do have a good coach that is for me. I think that is a key to help your success, is having someone that believes in you, keeping, people around that want you to do great and support you and share the same ambitions.
Growing up, were you into sports or were you competitive? Or tell me, were you into anything that you can maybe go back and go, yeah, that's why I'm so driven?
So I definitely think that plays a huge role into why I am so competitive now. I cheered, and yes, that is a sport, competitive cheerleading. Basically broke my ankle right before competition. I still had to go out and tumble and do all that fun stuff. And I definitely think that is probably a huge reason why I'm so competitive today.
What would you say when you're speaking to a customer is the thing that you try to zero in on with them? Are you more of a relationship builder? Are you more of a problem solver, or kind of both? Like, what's your approach?
So I do think, earning trust, building that relationship is very important. the thing that's kind of helped me is, I don't really consider myself as a sales person. I just kind of want to consider myself as a consultant. Really, my goal is helping the customer achieve their goal and their vision, and being involved in that has definitely helped my success as well.
Gina, what do you use as a resource to learn about technology?
So I work for a big company, and they obviously help us with training materials, make sure that we're prepared when we're out in the field. And I'm also involved in a lot of networking groups as well.
What are you most proud of professionally?
I am definitely most proud of achieving President's Club. That was a goal of mine that I set, just starting out. I wrote it on my goal board, and every month I would just focus, on how am I going to get there? What do I need to do better at? Each month I'm trying to, beat my quota from last month. So I think, President's Club, ranked number 8 in the nation my first year. I'm definitely proud of myself about that.
That's outstanding. How is, with COVID-19, how has that impacted your routine today?
It's definitely impacted my routine, but I'm still trying to, no excuses. I still got to do the daily, prospecting. I need to fill up my funnel. It's just cold calling every day. I'm still putting in the work. That way, when I come back in, my funnel's prepared, and I'm not behind. So it's been quite difficult and a challenge, but still got to do it.
Hey, Gina, curious. So you came right out of college to this company. How did you choose this career, I guess? You obviously had college and credentials probably in other areas. How did you actually come to the technology and the company that you're at?
So I actually have a family member who works at my company, and they recommended me, and I had the interview and got it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
I remember preparing myself. I actually scheduled another interview the day before for a different company, and I just wanted the experience, on the interview. And I remember just getting crushed with the questions, and I'm like, there's no way I'll, make it for my actual interview. But I did, and I was able to learn from the previous interview, and and I'm grateful that they trusted me.
And then kudos and just a comment to the company, to taking, and knowing who you are instead of experience, and somewhat taking a chance there, and obviously it's paying off.
Yes.
So that's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely grateful that my company did, trust me in hiring me. But I think that's also why, I'm trying to, which helps my success is knowing that, I am the youngest in my industry, young female. You don't see that, that many young females in telecom world. So I do want to, prove myself and have that grit and prove people wrong. And
Would you say that that's what drives you, Gina?
That's another reason that what drives me is, proving people wrong, being a young female right out of college in the telecom industry. It definitely is important. So, my first month of my sales career, start of it, I was on Amazon, and I just purchased a cheap little board from there, and just for my refrigerator. So I wrote each month, I would just write down, minor goals, major goals, and I think that having that goal board is a huge reason for my success today.
Tell me about your parents. Are they pretty proud of you?
Yeah, so they are definitely proud of me. I actually had them on our dinner for President's Club, because it was virtual this year for President's Club. But they were able to meet, our president, and it's great. I'm excited that, I am making them proud. And
Question for you. When you found out that you won President's Club, that's like validation earlier in your sales career. What did you do? Did you jump in the air? Did you fist pump? What was your reaction when you saw your name come across the screen that you'd won?
So I actually called my dad. I was like, you have to leave work right now. They are announcing President's Club virtually. So he came over, and it was the longest 5 minutes of my whole entire life. But yeah, I definitely jumped up in the air. My coach came over. He was so excited for me. Yeah, it's definitely something I'll never forget. And I had, my dad right there with me, so it was great. All the work paid off. It was great.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. What kind of movies does Gina Solomon like? What kind of books do you read? Give us some insight into, do you like, tell us something that you enjoy.
So the book that I'm obviously going to choose is related to sales, but I definitely recommend Fanatical Prospecting. I think it's by Jeb Blount, and it is by far the best book I've ever read. Just getting a different perspective on another successful salesperson. I hated, when I started out, I'm first to say I hated cold calling. I would have to mentally prepare myself literally before every single call. And after reading that book, it just gives you confidence, it's very motivating, and I definitely recommend it by far for any salesperson.
That's a fantastic book.
Yes.
Really, yeah, that's awesome.
I love it.
So Gina, thank you so much for sharing time with us today. Your story is absolutely inspirational. What would you say in closing to a young lady out there trying to think about her career? What do I want to do? What do I want to be in life? What words of inspiration would you have for that person?
I think it's very stressful when you're trying to figure out who you will be in, the next 5 to 10 years. But I think, if you just believe in yourself and know you can accomplish anything as long as you put in the work, where you come from, how you grew up, what you had, that doesn't define who you are. And you can accomplish anything you want as long as you believe it. There's going to be people that are going to be negative, in your corner and not believe that you can do that. But who you surround yourself with is going to make a huge positive impact on you. And never giving up and always having your eye on the prize, and whatever your why is, your purpose, your motivation, that's what's going to get you, to reach your goals.